I forgot. You're broken. I don't want to play with you anymore.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Lucky Crit. Although we did not get the Nintendo Direct that a lot of us kind of expected to get, we did however get at least one bit of pretty exciting news. And that is that after 13 years, we are finally getting another Advance Wars game. The caveat being that this is a remake of the first two, but you know what? I'll take it. Advance Wars 1 and 2 are incredibly awesome games. I love them. They're some of my favorite Game Boy Advance games that I own. And while remakes don't necessarily always capture the exact nostalgia of the original, and I mean, how could it without its pixel art and its Game Boy Advance soundtrack, I am genuinely pretty excited for this. The graphics are definitely more cartoony than they originally were, which I'm still kind of adjusting to, but I'm not gonna crucify it just yet. They're also going for a rather interesting art style with this one, reminiscent of the Link's Awakening remake and also the upcoming remakes for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. This sort of miniature model toy box diorama look. Like with the cartoony portraits, I am going to give it a chance. I'm going to see if it grows on me over time. However, I'm not the most sold on it. I do think it looks okay, and obviously it being on the Switch, it does actually make sense. I mean, it's a 3D console. I could see why they would probably want to 3D-ify the game. But the soldier faces are a little bit creepy looking. Definitely not as photogenic as the sprite versions of the same little soldiers. So I guess we'll just have to see how it shapes up, and once I actually play the game, I'll share my thoughts then, perhaps, about whether or not it actually does grow on me. I don't have anything against this little diorama style. In fact, I do actually think it's nice in some instances. The instances where it's not nice being Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Really not excited for those games, to be honest with you. Sorry to those of you that are. And if you are, there is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I am just not in that crowd. Though I do like Days of Ruin, Advance Wars 1 and 2 are definitely my favorite games in the Advance Wars series. And it definitely does help that they are the first two, of course. Advance Wars 1 is a really great little experience as you kind of explore the world. I love some of the alternate mission paths that you can take to try different things. Meeting the characters slowly over time is a really cool experience too. Advance Wars 2 is also pretty interesting. That one tends to have more creative map design, I guess I'll say. I actually really do like a lot of them, especially with like blowing up the pipes and the factory stuff as you're facing the Black Hole Army, and all the new characters that you get introduced to there are pretty interesting too. But 2 also has maps that are definitely much more irritating, or more quirky, I guess you could say, than the original. So the original is just a really great little experience as you kind of learn how things work and experience the game. 2 is, in my opinion, where they got a little bit more creative with the map design and started introducing more quirks to the actual maps themselves. All in all, though, I think this is a really great announcement. Honestly, I think for me, this is the most exciting announcement of this E3, and maybe even for some folks has saved E3. I see a lot of you guys commenting on my previous Advance Wars video that I made on this channel, that it is now finally time. After 4 years of that video being up, it's finally time to see Advance Wars come to the Switch. Now, we aren't seeing a new Advance Wars yet, but maybe if this one sells well, they'll be interested in exploring that opportunity. I do remember there were articles from back in the day where Intelligent Systems developers were kind of saying that they really felt that they couldn't do too much with Advance Wars because there wasn't as much potential as like with Fire Emblem in terms of developing character relationships. Which I don't know if that was like a mistranslation or, there was some context lost in the translation there, but that seems like kind of BS if you really think about it. I mean, I could see, Max hooking up with Sammy, or Andy, developing a relationship with somebody. You got Nell, you got the ultimate like waifu Nell over there. So, I mean, there's definitely a lot that they could do, and even if they created a brand new cast of characters for a future Advance Wars, I mean, they could make relationships. They could do something with that. I mean, yeah, I guess they can't have, little baby soldiers that appear from your union. You know what I mean? You're not going to breed new tanks by hooking up with a different character, but who knows? Maybe you could combine, like, research or something like that, and actually make new weapons or new soldiers or new artillery, whatever it might be. I think that idea could be pretty cool, and there's definitely like a lot of ways that they could go to explore it. So when they say that there's just not that much potential there, I just think that that's kind of nonsense. But I am super excited to see the response to this. I think a lot of people are really excited about this. Even though it's just a remake, it will be really nice to have on our Switch consoles. So what do you think about the reveal? Are you excited? Are you looking forward to it? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and also let me know which Advance Wars game in the series is your favorite. Days of Ruin is drastically different from the other games, and I do appreciate it for that, but Days of Ruin is also pretty amazingly dour in its tone and its setting, and so it can be quite depressing to play, especially for a Nintendo DS game. And like I said, while I appreciate it, I do think I slightly prefer the cartoony, more fun-spirited nature of the original Advance Wars 1 and 2. And yes, there's Advance Wars Dual Strike and the Battalion Wars series, but I didn't like those as much. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back really soon with more content. I still have a lot of scripts that I have not fully fleshed out into videos yet, but they are being worked on, so hopefully you'll stick around, and I will see you very soon. See you guys later.